Hi. So I've been video editing since forever. If any of you guys remember Video Star, I used to live on that app. Like, I would make anything and everything under the sun. I really like doing the backwards videos. But anyway, when I graduated, my parents took us on this trip to Fraser Island, and I love it there. It's like one of my most favorite places in the world, and I'd love to go back and do the full camping experience. But yeah, we went to Fraser Island as like a celebration of graduating high school, and I put together like a little video montage of everything that I did while we were there and had loads of fun doing it. It's actually up on my other account, and I wanted to give myself the challenge of editing it with my current knowledge of video editing and my abilities, like as a bit of a challenge to like compare myself like I would do with my illustration and that kind of thing. I redraw the same character from like 10 years ago and see what it looks like now. So I'll do that with this video, and it will be a little bit of a challenge with the shitty footage that I would have gotten when I was 18. So I'm a bit excited to give that a go and have a look at what goofy kind of crap I filmed back then. So yeah, this video is just going to be like the behind the scenes of making it, and I'll talk through my process, I guess, of video editing, and you can watch me learn some new tricks. Some of that is a little embarrassing and the footage is all over the place, but I'm gonna give it a red hot go. Probably won't get it done today, so this might be like a two-part vlog kind of thing, but yeah, let's get stuck in. So it's a new day. I have finally finished doing the beat sync edit. Essentially, I just put in my audio and all of my clips and then chop them up and organize them so that it makes sense in one big long video and it's all beat synced to the music. I do that all in Premiere Pro, and then I'll export it, which I'm up to now, and send to After Effects, where I will add in all of my text effects and transitions and all the fun stuff. I will definitely show you my process for that kind of thing. That's like, VFX is like my sweet spot and what I love doing, so I'm very excited to get into the next step. So let's get it.
So I already tried to record this part while I was actually making the title sequence, but unfortunately the audio didn't record. So I had all the footage but no audio. So I'm just gonna walk you through what I did, and you can follow along to create this title yourself. So this is what it looks like, bit of a wavy kind of effect. And then if we go into my comp, we can see I just typed out this font, and then we started off with a looping effect like this. You can just make it loop infinitely with the loop command. When you alt click on stopwatch, and then you can type in your commands, but I wanted mine to beat sync to the music, so I just did it manually. But essentially what you have is you have the first font, which is the full size font, and you just have it zooming in and out, so it goes to full 100 to 0. And then you have duplicated copy of that, where you draw a mask that is only for the bottom half of the font, and then you have that doing the same expanding and shrinking, and then you duplicate that again and do the same thing with the mask but for just the top part of the font, so it also is expanding and shrinking. Then once you're done that, pre-comp it, and we put this thing called a map over the top, where we get our gradient map and gradient ramp. So you want your gradient ramp on, and you want it to be tritone, so you've got black this side and black this side, and then white through the middle. So you put on a tritone effect as well. So if I grab this and move it up top, and then this and move it down the bottom, and then we turn that off. Now you can see that it does its shrinking thing a different way, if that makes sense. But we will keep it how it was. So it does like a kind of zip pattern is the idea. And then I put it in to a final comp, added a tint to it so I could change the color of the black to be blue, and then we put turbulent display, so when you zoom in you can see that it's a little bit wavy, and that just gives it a little bit more of a raw kind of effect over the top. And then I put my extra little bits down the bottom, and then we finalize it in here, so all together it looks like that. I have put on all of my text a wiggle, so then it's got this slight little jittery effect. Yet another day. Welcome. Been a long one, but finished doing all the text. It's just catching in the background, so I can watch it through and make sure it's good. Then we're gonna export the text layer by itself and put that into Premiere Pro on top of the original footage. So then I can edit it all as one big whole and see if it looks better with the overlay over the top of the text or just over the top of the footage. You'll see what I mean in a second, but I will take you through that whole process. Just wanted to give a little update that we are finally done. Today is the very last day I had to do it, so thank God, but let's get into it. Don't leave my hair for a second. I am going to look like I have a mullet. How beautiful and fabulous. Anyway, so let me get my screen recording up. So the big long unbroken thing is the text. It's got all the titles that we just did in After Effects, and all of this is my clipping of the Fraser Island video. So now what we want to do is we want to key out the black background. So type in key and we want the color key and drag that on here. Use eyedropper, it's just pure black. And then I just adjust this tolerance until I am happy with it. Usually it's about 200 and that's kind of good if you've just got like a black background. So like the plain background that you export from After Effects, if you just do straight black, then 200 color tolerance is usually pretty good in Premiere. So now what I'm gonna do is have a play around with some presets for the camera.